Hello, my dear brothers and sisters. Today I will discuss about Active Directory users and groups. So let's get started. Users. A user is a fundamental security principle on which Active Directory is based. User accounts contain information about individuals as well as password and other permission information. Groups. Group objects are logical collection of users primarily for assigning security permission to resources. Groups are used to collect user accounts, computer accounts, and other groups into manageable units. Working with groups simplify network maintenance and administration. There are two types of groups in Active Directory: distribution group and security group. Distribution group. Distribution groups can be used only with email applications such as MS Exchange Server to send email to collection of users. Distribution groups are not security enabled. Thus, you cannot apply any permission or rights for the object on the group. Security groups. In security groups, you can place permission and rights. Security groups can provide an efficient way to assign access to resources on your network. Like distribution groups, security groups can be used as email entity. Now we'll discuss about group scopes. In an Active Directory, each group has a specific role or scope which defines how it can be used. There are mainly three different types of group scopes are available in a domain or forest, and also one local group is available to the individual local computer. The availability and scope determines whether the group scopes are used, such as at local level, domain level, or at forest level. These four group scopes are local group, domain local group, global group, and universal group. Now I'll discuss about how all four groups are managed in same domain level, other domain in same forest, domain from external forest. In same domain level, local group can have users, computers, domain local group, global group, and universal groups as its members. Due to local group is created on local machine, it has limited resources to manage domain environment. Domain local group. A domain local group can have same members as local group has: users, computers, domain local group, global group, and universal groups. Domain local group can administrate domain controllers as domain local groups are given the permission to manage the domain resources. To be remembered, domain local groups cannot be used outside of the domain. Global group. A global group has limited membership as compared to other groups. Only users, computers, and other global groups can have the membership to global group. Global groups can be used in other domains in the forest or in external domains. Universal group. Universal group can have users, computers, global groups, and other universal groups as its members. It is stored in with global catalog server, and it is available to any domain in the forest. Now we'll talk about another domain in the same forest. Local group can have everything except domain local groups. Domain local groups cannot be used outside of the domain. For this security reason, domain local group limited to the same domain where it is installed. Domain local group has the same as like local group has, except the domain local group, as it cannot be used outside of the domain in the forest. By default, global groups cannot have any other members from the other domain in the forest. Universal group. Universal group can have the same members as it can have in the same domain level. As it is designed to allow its membership to other domains, universal group is free to move from domain to domain. Now we'll discuss about domain from the external domain. When a trusted domain is added from another forest, then the group scope membership also changes accordingly. In this scenario, local group can have users, computers, and global groups. Domain and local group cannot be added outside of a domain, as we have already discussed earlier. And universal group needs to be global catalog server, and global catalog server must be the one in a forest where the universal group is used. Thus, universal group cannot be a part of member in another forest. So the domain local group and universal groups cannot be added. For the domain local group has the same access as the local group has. As I discussed before, global group scope cannot be used outside of a domain. Thus, it cannot be added to any domain in the external forest. So here it will be blank. And also in universal group, like I said before, universal group cannot be used in an external domain. For the same reason, it cannot have external domain membership. Now I'll discuss about how this group and group scope can be converted from one group to another group for well management of your organization groups. First, I will discuss about group convert, that is conversion between distribution group and security group. If you convert a security group to distribution group, then all associated security access would be removed from the group and subsequent users who are the part of the security groups. In next conversion, I will discuss about group scope. For this particular conversion, Microsoft suggests HDLP and HUDLP group strategies. Before I will explain about HDLP and HUDLP group strategies, remember that global group cannot be converted to a domain local group and a domain local group cannot be converted to a global group. But a global group can be a member of domain local group. But also a domain local group cannot be a member of global group. You need to keep difference between group conversion and group scope membership. Now I will discuss about HDLP group strategies. HDLP. In HDLP group strategies, first you need to create an account, then create a global group and put that user account that you have created in the first place in the global group membership. Then create the domain local group and put that global group in the domain local group membership. After that, you can assign permission, security permission, anything to that specific group. Now, HUDLP group strategies. In this strategy, the same thing, you need to create an account, user account, then create a global account and put that user in this global group and create a universal group, and in this universal group assign global group as its member, then create the domain local group and put that universal group in the domain local group membership. After that, you can assign the security permissions to this domain local group. Now I'll move into my Windows Server 2016 to show you how to create users and convert the groups and assign the memberships. In your Windows Server 2016, go to your Active Directory users and computers. In users container, I have already created three groups: group 1, group 2 and group 3. Select any group and come to properties. Here you can see this group type security is there and distribution is there. When we created this group, we have selected as group type as security. Now if you want to select as distribution, convert as a distribution, then select this radio button, click apply. Now you are getting the warning message. You are converting a security group to a distribution group. If this group is used to grant or deny permissions on network resources, members of this group may lose access or gain undesired access. Are you sure to want to continue? Like as I said before, If you convert a security group to distribution group, then that group will lose all their security access. So if you want to continue, then okay. If you don't, then click no. So here we want to continue to show you. Okay. So click yes and click OK. Now this group is converted to the distribution group. If you want to reverse that one again, then you also click on the security again and apply and OK. Then you need to put all permissions back to this group. Okay. Now the group scope conversion. Now the group scope conversion. Select this group properties and group scope. Here you can see this domain local group is grayed out. Like I already said before, in group scope, global group cannot be converted to a domain local and domain local cannot be converted to a global. Okay, so herein you can convert this global group scope to a universal. Okay, click universal, click apply and OK. Again, if you want to see here, from this universal group, you can assign, you can convert to a domain local group scope or global group scope. That I have already discussed about this HDLP strategy earlier. Okay, so you can put it domain local or global, or let it be like that universal. It's your use. But now we'll revert back to our original. So let it be like a global. Then apply and OK. Now we'll discuss about HDLP and HUDLP strategy. Okay. So for the user, I have already some users here in like Tomfil, Tantum, Joseph West, Ice West. These users are already created. So I will put this user in one group. So first in HDLP group strategy, first creation of account is created. Okay, let Iris West. Then put this user account to a global group. Global group, you can remember group 1 is denoted to global group. So I'll put this user to global group 1, group 1. Check names, that's already there. So click OK. The add to group operation was successfully completed. Okay, then we'll come to our group. Click here, members. Here you can see the Iris West is successfully added here in this global group. Now we put this global group into domain local group. Okay, so click on it, properties, or just here in you can do add to a group. Add to a group. What is our domain local group? Domain local group is I think our group 2. Group 2. Check name. Yeah. Then click OK. The add to group operation was successfully completed. Here you can see in group 2. Here you can see in group 2, in members, group 1 is added to here. Now, the permissions. Like in our previous video, I have shown you how to plan your OU and OU structure. So, and one more thing, I have not discussed that yet, the group policy object. The group policy, you can assign the group policy to a organizational unit. Okay, so so you can place this group into this sales group. Okay, just 3D paint sales group. You can move it here. Yes. Okay. Then in 3D paint, then you can assign any group policy to this container so that the subsequent policies, group policies, permissions, labels are will be added to this group. So whoever the user account and the group members, those are get the same policies, whatever the policies applied to this 3D paint container. Okay. Now in AGUDLP, In HUDLP, first we need to create a user. That I have already created users. I have shown you that. Okay, let it Joseph West. Okay, Joseph West. Then you need to add then according to HUDLP, then we need to create a global group. So let's create a new global group for global group. Okay, then add this global group to universal group. Universal here is group 3. Okay, so here you can add to group from here, or else from this properties section you can add from member of. Add group 3, check name. Okay, apply. Okay, if you go to this group 3 universal group, you can see members group 4 is added to here. Isn't it easy? Really, it is really easy. So now we need this universal group added to a domain local group. So let's create another group 5. Okay, and let it as a domain local group. Click OK. Okay, so here this group 3 as a universal group, then group added to group 5, the domain local group. Added to domain local group, this group 5. Check names and click OK. Now this R2 group operation was successfully completed. Now here in this domain local group you can see members group 3. Group 3 here it is showing denoted as a universal group. Okay. So here I have completed this AGDLP group strategy also. Now I'm at the end of this my Active Directory users and group strategies. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.